Stannis
Baratheon is a dick.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love to start with just without telling you guys.
What? Good thing I wasn't saying anything like extremely personal.
Or racist.
I don't say anything racist.
I too like to live dangerously.
Have 5, sir.
Jeez.
Oh my god, look at the spikes!
Hell yeah.
Okay, welcome to Over the Wall, a Game of Thrones podcast. My name is Brendan.
I'm Chad.
And I am Mike.
Who just took a sip of disgusting kombucha.
Ugh.
However you say that.
I know it kind of I was going to speak and it burned my throat a little bit.
We are Media Maniacs. You can find us on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching this, but maybe not. Maybe it's the future and we have it on iTunes.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we're going to talk about Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 9.
Usually the best episode of the season.
Yeah, usually this is the big one, but
Yeah.
it
This one was
appears
kind of
that...
It was
Impressive.
big.
It was big,
not
but-
compared to last episode.
Yeah,
No,
8
less-
was much bigger. And perhaps 10 will be on par with 8.
Mayhaps.
This episode is titled The Dance with Dragons. Is mayhaps a word?
I believe it is.
Alright.
I let you use old-timey archaic words.
Mayhaps it is a word.
Mayhaps.
Hey, if bay is a word, then we're using mayhaps.
Perhaps, mayhaps. Yes, haps?
I just like to use awesome vocabulary, so...
Okay, we're back. I unplugged the mic. That was weird. Not Mike, but the mic.
Maybe you unplugged me, I don't know.
Okay, where were we?
And mayhaps is a word. I just looked on
Alright.
Merriam-Webster Dictionary.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps.
So this episode is called A Dance with Dragons, which is also the title of Book 5, which is the latest book.
Yep. Also the term they use for the Civil War of Westeros.
Yes. Alright, so let's get into the episode. We're gonna start with Jon.
Yawn.
You say Jon?
Yawn.
Jon.
Yawn.
Well, as we know from last episode, he just kind of went through some shitty stuff.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
While
came,
moving only 5 feet.
he came back to Castle Black with a good amount of wildlings.
I'd say about
Probably like
a quarter or
10%.
10% of what they have. Okay.
10% of what they could have had.
Yeah.
Maybe a quarter. And so they arrive at the wall and they have to just trust that they're going to let them in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think about this until this scene happened. But like the Night's Watch, a lot of them don't like Jon.
Yeah.
They don't like the wildlings. This would be a perfect opportunity to just take them all out. But is it Alistair or
Yes, Alistair.
Alistair?
Thorne.
Alistair.
Thorne. Sir Alistair Thorne to you.
Okay, fine. Sir Alistair Thorne does a good deed and lets them in.
But he doesn't really like it.
Well,
Well, he was like...
Well, I mean, I felt like he kind of had to, because Jon made him whatever.
First Ranger.
First Ranger. So like Jon did him a solid. He's got to do Jon a solid now.
Mayhaps.
That's the word of the episode.
Whatever happened when we were like talking like Jersey accents? Can we do that? Can we do that again?
Maybe when we get to the Dorne story.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we go back to Dorne.
We gotta get back to Dorne first. That was terrible.
That sounded like you were a British person, English accent.
Trying
with
to do
it.
a German.
Yeah.
Trying to do a German accent.
Jersey.
Jersey,
A
yeah.
German accent.
All right.
Yo, top of the morning to you.
We can't do accents. It's not pretty.
Maybe you can't.
Yeah, so all the wildlings start marching through Castle Black, and all the Night's Watch guys are just like, ugh, pricks.
Wildlings.
Yeah.
The
Bollocks.
scum of the earth.
And then the giant comes in, and they're like, oh.
He's like, looks at him, and then he's just like, oh.
So I don't, because most of them saw. I think most of them saw giants at the Battle of the Wall.
Yeah.
But I think some of the people that are that hadn't yet, and they're like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least that up close. Because when they did fight them, they weren't.
They were
yeah,
down.
They weren't at the castle, in the castle. Yeah, so, everyone, this is a weird situation for everyone.
Yeah, because, because the wall was built to
keep them out.
Like, that was the stated plan of
And
the
now they're
fucking
letting
wall.
them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, and then
it's like...
Alistair comes up to Jon and tells him that he has a good heart.
He'll get them all killed.
But that's what's going to get him killed or
all
everyone?
of us killed. He said all of us killed.
All of us. Which is really ominous. But I don't think he's right, because... Jon had a good reason to do this.
Yeah.
And as we saw from Hardhome, he almost pretty much already failed, because the whole point was to keep the wildlings from becoming part of the army, and now most of them are.
Yep.
Good job, Jon. Bastard.
Well, yeah.
Hey.
Pun intended.
And that's pretty much all we get from them, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. And we got a really ominous shot of Jon looking at Ollie. I'm just going to leave that there.
Yes, alright. So
I don't want to talk about
No, I did
that.
notice that. He looks over at Ollie, and Ollie looks at him, and Jon kind of smiles, and then Ollie doesn't smile back and walks away. We know that Ollie is not happy with Jon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit worried about
I'm just
this.
going to leave that there. I'm just going to...
Because, as we know, Ollie is a little unpredictable,
That's
and
right, yeah.
he's had a rough past.
He's a good shot, too.
Yeah, he is. So,
Jon knows firsthand of that.
I don't want to think that he would assassinate someone, but maybe he's the little kid. I don't know. Maybe Jon will have to go Janos on him. Cut his head off.
Jesus.
I don't think they would show that.
No.
Now, I'd like to point out that in the books, Jon is, at least at the start, he's 14.
Yes.
At this point in the book, how old is he? 16?
16. Around 16.
16.
Imagine Jon at 16 ruling the Night's Watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, because in the show, he's, older than that.
I think in the show they started off at 18 and then they're 20. He's 20 now.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, he still was older than
21. Yeah. He's actually older than Robb. He was born before Robb.
He was?
Yeah. By a couple months.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, they're both
yeah.
the same age, but
Wait,
okay.
no, that can't be possible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're both 14 at the start.
Yeah, because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because one of them was
yeah.
One's a bastard and one's...
Yeah, she was pregnant with Robb when he came back with Jon.
Yes. So that means that... Yes. Wait.
Yes. I just read this.
I know. So, but if she was pregnant with Robb, he had to...
Yeah,
they knocked her up when he left.
Yeah.
And then he had Jon in that same time when Robb...
Ooh. So
this leads... Well, I think
this supports the theory.
That yeah. I didn't even think about this.
Yes.
I didn't even think about this.
Jon couldn't feasibly be his son. That's true. That's right.
Well, unless he's younger than her. Well,
unless he came back at some point.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he did.
No, yeah.
Because he was gone for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize that. All right. We're cracking mysteries.
Maybe he ravened his sperm.
His seed.
Yeah. Send the ravens.
That has all new meaning
I'm just
now.
kind of like, why did I never think about that until just right now? I feel dumb. I feel stupid.
It is, and no, like I just started reading the first book, and Catelyn talks about how Ned will never talk about Jon's mom, and she realizes that he must have loved her a lot, which to me means that it really was his sister that is the mom of Jon.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's gotta be, yeah. I think that's 100% true now, yeah.
Yeah. And then, in the show, Melisandre was all, like, trying to get frisky with him. And she only does that to kings.
Yep.
Does she do that in the book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, moving on to Stannis, who is no longer the Manus.
He's the anus. Well, should we do Stannis now, or should we do...
Well, yeah, he comes next in the episode.
I know, but I feel like we need to...
We need to go to Dorne first.
Yeah, I think we need to... Oh, because it's Stannis, Dorne, and then Dany. Is that it, really?
And Arya.
Let's do Dorne and Arya first, then let's do Stannis and Dany.
All right.
Because those are the two big ones, I think.
Alright, so we'll go into Dorne. Hey
Dorne.
Alright, so this is the conclusion to the Dorne story, it seems.
Possibly, yeah.
But we don't really know because it doesn't happen in the books, right?
Right.
So, Jaime meets with Doran,
Yeah.
and he's the guy in the wheelchair he's the ruler of Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
And is he that girl's brother?
Brother-in-law. Well, she never married Oberyn,
Okay.
who is Doran's younger brother. She was she was his paramour, and she had like 4 daughters by him. But they never were actually married.
Okay.
Because he just fucked everything that moved.
Yep.
Guys and girls. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Oberyn.
So he had like 9 bastard daughters. 4 of them by
His paramour.
Oberyn.
No, Oberyn by
Illyria.
Yeah. Illyria.
Illyria. Okay. So, so they sit down and they talk. They talk it out, which is kind of cool. Doran seems like a pretty cool guy. And
He's pretty chill.
Jaime was like, we received a threat. And so, which was the snake thing with the necklace that only Marcella would have had.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why Jaime came, and he explains that to Doran, and Doran looks at Illyria, because she clearly is the one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they decide to,
move past it.
Move past it. But Jaime still wants to go back with Marcella.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Doran says, well, if King Tommen wants Marcella to come back, then I cannot deny the king.
Yeah.
And so Jaime's like, well, King Tommen does want her back. Did he ever? He never said that.
No.
So he did.
This is all Cersei.
Yeah, he just made that up. And so Doran's like, all right, you can have Marcella back, but is it his son?
His son, yes.
His son, I don't know his name. Trystane, who is going to marry Marcella, has to go with them to King's Landing, and he's going to serve on the small council.
Yes, because Dorne was promised a seat for Oberyn before he got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the mountain crushed him.
So that's kind of cool that he's going to be on the small council.
I wonder what position he's going to be. Because this, like I said, this happened in the book, so...
Yeah.
He wasn't, because he wasn't the hand.
What was Oberyn?
Wasn't he just...
No, because everyone has to have a title. Fuck.
We'll let you think about
And
it.
who was the hand at that time?
Tywin.
Yeah, Tywin. Who's the hand now?
Kevin.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Kevin's coming back. Okay. Chad's looking that up. Bronn. Bronn also is in jail, and he has to get set free. So they negotiate some terms to get Bronn out, and those terms.
Well, they toast first.
Oh yeah.
Before this.
They did.
And then.
Ilaria pours her toast out.
Yeah. She just wants to die. I think. Like, honestly, she's just trying to piss everyone off.
Yeah, pretty much.
That guy has more patience.
But
a lot more patience than most.
Mike, what's the term that... What does Braun have to do to get set free?
Well, he had to get...
Yeah.
Elbowed.
Yeah.
He got elbowed right in the...
He got elbowed right in the face.
Mm-hmm. And because he's like, oh wow, that really smells good, and he's like, well, there were some terms, you know, and so then he gets elbowed, and then he says, how would you like soup?
Yeah, that was a pretty funny scene.
So he never actually said what Oberyn was going to be. He just a seat on the small council.
Okay. So that pretty much resolves that. Jaime and Bronn and the dude and Marcella are going to go back to King's Landing. Trystane. Then Jaime is writing a note with his left hand because he doesn't have a right hand. What's the note? Is he just writing to King's Landing?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about what that was. Probably just Cersei. Probably tell him that we have Marcella and Trystane's got to be on the small council now.
Yeah.
I'll sleep with you later.
And then Ilaria comes in and apologizes,
but still digs at him like
she makes a comment about his handwriting.
Yeah.
But she very much implies that he fucked Cersei.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't care about that.
Yeah,
because that's what they do in Dorne, and I guess that's what Targaryens do.
Yeah.
Oh well,
that's what
they say that in the book.
Yeah.
But
still, she's
not.
No one's ever really outright, outside of Cersei's, ever really outright said that. Bronn kind of danced around it, but he never really...
Okay, so she's the first person to actually say it.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, is she sort of trying to make friends with him at this point?
I don't think so. I think she's throwing shade. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think that this is the end of this storyline because it seems like a waste otherwise. But Ilaria does, bow down to Duran. She pledges her allegiance to him or whatever.
Kisses his ring, yeah.
Well, yeah, because he said, I have... what was it? I will forgive you...
I believe in second chances. But not third chances.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was given an ultimatum either to, leave or follow him.
Yeah.
So she...
Was it leave or die?
I was probably
die.
Yeah.
So she bows to him
and starts crying.
And just the fact that he said he believes in second chances but not third chances just makes me think that there will be a point where she does something again.
Yeah.
And breaks her allegiance with Duran and goes after Jaime or whatever.
Because if
she's a loose cannon.
Because in the books, Jaime is in a different place, and he really does not like Cersei at the point in the books.
Oh, wow.
They've had a falling out. Cersei needs Jaime to be her champion, and that's how we get the Mountain being her champion.
Mm.
Which I'm sure we'll get to in the next episode.
Oh, I hope so.
So I think in order to prevent, so we can still have that, they gotta keep Jaime in Dorne somehow. So he can't go off, because he still likes Cersei. They're still close. So if she needed him, he would go off and do it. So there needs to be something that ties him to Dorne. So she has to have the Mountain be her champion.
So you think maybe in the next episode something will happen to Jaime?
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah, mayhaps.
Like they're about to leave, and then Ilaria goes after him.
Something happens. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's all we have in Dorne.
Do you guys think she'll... Or we'll just do the predictions later?
Well, you can do predictions now. I mean, I think...
I think she's gonna...
Kill?
Yeah.
Kill who?
She's gonna die.
Oh, she's gonna die.
This episode?
Uh-huh.
In the finale? Is she gonna get her head crushed?
No, because she's gonna win trial by combat.
Yeah. But she's gonna end up dying somehow. I just have
who are we talking about?
Cersei. You're talking about Cersei?
No.
Ilaria.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
No, not Cersei. No. Yeah, right?
Okay,
yeah.
right.
That's why I was like, she asked for trial.
Let's take a little bit of a sidestep here.
Okay.
Let's fantasize about Cersei's inevitable death.
Okay.
What would
Well,
be
this is the season they still.
You said she was gonna be naked.
That's what they said.
We have one episode left.
We might because.
Okay, don't say.
I know.
What would be a satisfying way for Cersei to die?
How we want her to die, or how we think she's gonna die.
How do you want her to die?
Want her to die? Poison wine. I think would.
That would be hilarious. That would be irony.
Drinking.
Irony at its best.
Yeah. How do you
like she wins tribal combat and like she's like
And she doesn't
celebrating and then she dies by poison wine. like Marjorie poisons her.
Ooh. I want to say that, but I think it's going to be her son, Tommen, who does it.
Tommen executes her. I like that.
Yeah, see, because you wouldn't expect it because he's a pussy.
Because it would come out that like she had Marjorie thrown. She basically like, boosted the sparrow up. It's like you bitch, die.
Oh man, that would be so awesome. Like either one, but what's Brendan's?
Well, I was thinking White Walkers, but I think that's way too far.
That'd be awesome.
Jamie kills her.
Jamie kills her.
How? Relations?
Rage. He just rages out.
Like she tells everyone that they fucked.
She does something that I don't know what she would do to make him so angry, but you said they had a falling out in the books, so maybe they have an even bigger falling out in the show, and he gets so angry that he kills her.
Possibly.
Brian.
With the hand? With his golden hand?
Yeah. Yeah, he takes his golden hand.
He pimp slaps her.
Shoves it.
Oh my god! Whoa!
Shoves it up wide.
I was originally in my head I was thinking he penetrates her heart with it, or her chest, grabs her heart and pulls it out. But shoving it up other places sounds fun too. Anyway.
Intrigued?
Let's move on to Arya. In my notes, I didn't write much. I wrote, Arya is an idiot.
Yeah.
That's all I wrote.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The whole time we were watching it, Chad and Leo, and we're just like, she's so stupid.
Yeah. Let's walk through this. So
step by step.
Literally.
She's supposed to be undercover as a girl that sells clams.
Fishmonger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
That's a real thing?
Yes. Yeah. A person who mongs fish.
You fishmonger.
That's actual.
That's what people are called that sell fish. They're fishmongers.
Okay.
Is this the first time you've heard this? Oh my god!
Are you never heard the term fishmonger? Goddamn.
As an insult, monger. You
shitmonger.
Yeah, right. You blank monger.
You mong shit. No. A fishmonger is one who mongs fish.
What does mong mean?
Sell.
Okay. All right. That's funny. Anyway.
Because the shitmonger would be you're selling shit.
Getting a whole vocabulary lesson here.
Yeah.
On Over the Wall.
Mayhaps. So she's supposed to be a fishmonger.
I like how he used it, too. He's like, what? A fishmonger? Oh, that's an actual thing.
She's supposed to be killing the Thin Man?
Yeah.
Whoever that guy is?
Just this, yeah.
The
guy that gambles on whether captains will die or not.
And she's there, she's about to do it, she looks over and she sees the Tyrell dude.
Mace
Tyrell.
Who's the master of coin.
Yeah, and he's coming over, episode 3 or 4, we saw him get sent out to the Iron Bank.
I thought he was going to
That's
die.
what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be...
He might still, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, because how they were talking about him a little bit later.
Yeah.
And who's the guy?
Meryn Trant.
Meryn Trant. He is with them.
Mm-hmm.
This guy knows who Arya is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird encounter because Arya is in Essos now.
Yeah.
She's in Bravos, and she didn't think that anyone would know, but anyway, he's here, he knows her, and she wants to kill him because...
She's one of the names.
He's one of the... Gave the order?
He held down
Ned down.
Yeah.
Okay.
For ill and pain to kill him.
Yeah, so she wants to kill him. And so she's like, alright, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
With my wheelbarrow
With
of
my
clams.
Yes, with a wheelbarrow.
What was it you
full of
said
clams.
during the episode? It was hilarious. You're like, is she really gonna walk? And no more than 20 feet behind them.
Oh yeah, right behind him.
Yeah.
You're just wheeling up, like just.
What did I say?
You were like, what? Hopefully she's not gonna fall with the wheelbarrow.
Oh.
And then next scene.
Yeah. And then
remember
they go into a dark alley at one point, and they go into.
Well, they go into their bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they go to the strip.
Yeah. That's
not
it,
the strip club, but.
Well, she follows him to the Iron Bank, and he sees her.
Yeah.
At the Iron, he's
right.
like.
She waits outside on the steps
And
for
then
him to come back out.
Yeah, and then he like sees her. He's like. Wait, what?
Yep. Then they head to the brothel, and I think that's at the point where I was like, is she still gonna follow him? And then she comes around the corner, like this dark alley around the corner, which is this wheelbarrow, and then I was like, what, is she gonna come into the brothel with the wheelbarrow? And then she walks into the brothel with some sort of tray,
like a vendor tray,
with clams, like she's at a ball game or something.
Yeah, exactly.
and we're just laughing.
We were
because this
yeah.
was so stupid.
Yeah,
This doesn't happen in the books.
No, because not at all.
But the Tyrell dude still goes to okay. So this is all kinds of weird. So she's in there trying to sell clams, and
oysters because they're aphrodisiac.
Yep.
Okay,
As it's stated in the
it's still weird that she just walks in there like that, and they're
trying
like
to maul her fish.
But anyway,
I want to see if George
I always forget his name.
Marin Trent.
Marin. I always want to say Mace.
Just don't call him Genly or Grenji.
Cringy. Grunchy.
Greninja.
Greninja. So Marin Trent is trying to get himself a lady.
A whore, yes.
Cool.
And they bring in 3 or 4, and he's always like too old.
Too old.
And they keep getting younger and younger until they're like 16.
Oh my god.
16 or so.
I think she was younger than
She
that,
looked like
dude.
13.
Yeah, she did.
No. The last employee that they had was like 16.
Yeah.
And he still said too old. And then
And her face is just like,
yeah.
oh.
I take this back before. A female fishmonger is a fishwife.
All right.
So she is not technically a fishmonger.
All right. Well, there we go.
Sorry.
But still, it's a word.
So Arya, I think before the other girl shows up, Arya gets like pushed in there for some reason to sell the clams.
Yeah.
And we see
Because the two soldiers, they came in and they're like, oh, well.
we want some clams.
Yeah.
And
But they're oysters.
Marin looks at her, he sees her, and either what we're seeing in his eyes is either recognition or attraction.
Oh.
Because we know that he likes little girls at this
I
point.
think.
Sick bastard.
Yeah. How long is it?
And I think in the next episode, this is going to continue, and Arya is probably going to... Maybe she'll become a brothel worker. Maybe that'll be her new identity.
Well, we'll see what...
To try and kill him.
We'll see if the man wants her to kill him. I mean, she might not be allowed to.
That's true.
But this whole House of Black and White thing is weird because it's like she went down there. Was she supposed to see Marin Trent? Maybe. Was that all play? It's like... So we'll see what Jaqen wants her to do.
Yeah.
And if he says you can't kill him, will she disobey him?
Right,
And
because
then
if she
what's gonna
does,
be
then she's like rejecting.
She's going back to Arya.
She's
going back
becoming Arya.
Yeah.
Oh, side note. Hardhome, still a 9.9, 30,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one got a 9.5 with 11,000. Oh, George R.R. Martin wrote this episode.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He's writing the book.
He's not writing any episode this year. He has come out and said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it say that right there?
That is a lie.
That is.
Whatever that is a lie.
What?
It's IMDb.
No, apparently IMDb is literally like Wikipedia. You could go
Really?
and change
Oh, yeah,
anything.
you did, yeah.
God damn it.
I guess.
He's canceled like all public appearances. He's only writing the book.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point we know that Meryn likes little girls, and the runner of the brothel, the madam, she brings in a young girl who is not a worker. She does not work there.
No.
She's someone's daughter. I don't know why she's there.
Well, she could be in training because they do get them young a lot of times and they train them. So.
And it looks like she doesn't know what she's getting into, and then he takes her off into a room, and the madam tries to say like, "Oh, you have an hour," or whatever.
Well, she has to give him like a sand timer or a freaking hourglass.
An hourglass, and he's like, "No, I'll let you know.
I'll tell you
when I'm done." Yeah. And so that's just creepy as hell.
Yeah. That was very depressing.
Yeah, it really was.
Men suck.
Yeah. So that's why I think though that Arya, if she is allowed to, or if she defects and goes and tries to kill him, her best bet would be to be an undercover worker. And I like how I'm being polite and saying worker.
Yeah. Now, I could be making this up entirely, but in the preview for the next episode, did we see her with the in the Vault of Faces?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I think I remember seeing Meryn though.
Okay.
So I know that I think we are getting more of that story. You think she's gonna go in the Vault of Faces and get a new face?
Possibly.
I guess she should, because he would recognize her. Mm-hmm. Otherwise.
Yeah. If she got that up close, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. What?
I'm looking at the news I just looked up Game of Thrones new book, and it says George R. R. Martin asked fans to quit pestering him about recent Game of Thrones twists.
What was that?
I think that was you.
That was you.
That was really creepy. I don't have any videos open.
It's the news. No. It's a ghost.
I think. Yep, my laptop's haunted. Alright.
Yay!
So now we're going to talk about Stannis.
Stannis the Anus.
Yeah, Stannis the Anus.
Stannis Anus.
I got to give credit to Reddit because we got that from Reddit. Stannis the Anus. I don't know who posted it, but
it's stuck.
Reddit. All of Reddit gets credit.
It was me. No.
So this happens early in the episode. There's a horse on fire.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of shit that's on fire. Apparently, approximately 20 men invaded in the night and set things on fire.
Which was Ramsay Snow leading, yeah. Or
Yeah.
Ramsay Bolton, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ramsay.
Ramsay with his 20 men.
Hopefully he doesn't flay you now.
Yeah.
Now, was this just to delay their attack? Because it didn't... I mean, like, if he only needed 20 men, you would think he would have gone in and killed Stannis. But he didn't. He just set some stuff on fire.
I mean, they lost a lot of horses. The horses were the big thing that Stannis had.
Okay.
That, for some reason, no one in the north has horses, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
What are these things they're riding on?
So, they lost a lot of horses. I guess they lost a lot of food. Because if they have to do a siege and they can't feed each other,
So it's scorched land?
Yeah.
Was that what it's called?
Well, it's not that, but it's the same principle. Scorched Earth is when you conquer an area, destroy the ability for the inhabitants to plant crops so they can't get more money to rise up against you as you leave.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Stannis is pretty mad. He thinks that his guards are...
Well, yeah, he was like... what did he say? He was like, they're asleep or they knew about it. Torture them, find out which, then kill them.
Yeah, pretty much. Even no matter what,
kill them. Just kill them. Why do you need to know?
Yeah.
At that point.
That was kind of funny.
Did he say kill or hang? But I know that's
the same thing.
Hang.
I think he said hang.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he said hang.
I know it's the same thing, but...
No,
it's just...
You are correct.
Yes.
He did say hang.
It was just funny when he said... I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh.
So, they're out of supplies.
And horses.
And horses.
Well, I guess they can use the horses as supplies now, which you said.
Right.
Yeah.
To cook up the horses.
Yeah.
So he wants to send Davos back to Castle Black.
Yeah.
To get supplies.
Yeah. And also, because he knew that if he...
Yeah.
For what he's going to do...
He has an ulterior motive.
He was going to stop this thing from happening.
Right. Davos is a good man, and Stannis knows that he would not agree with his future decision.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he says, well, let me take it.
Right.
At least take your...
He wants to take the mom and the daughter with
and he's
him.
like, my family stays with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Davos also questions why Stannis would be sending him away, because the amount of time it'll take him to get there and back, it'll just be inconvenient, the amount of time that'll take. But, whatever. Stannis is his king, so he has to do it. He makes this cool little deer...
Stag.
Wood thing,
Wood
which
figure.
the actor got to keep that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad.
There's a picture on Reddit of, I guess it's from her Instagram, of her with the little thing.
Okay.
Oh, she kept it.
Yeah.
Oh.
In real life. Yeah.
I'm surprised it survived.
So it's a
That was
really
a creepy ass face you just gave me there, dude.
Yeah.
Let's take a picture of that, and it can be the picture.
No, dude, I'm gonna. If I ever watch the video, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck was I doing?"
And she talks about the Dance of Dragons story. Was she talking about the Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he's like, "Oh, that's nice." And
Perhaps you can read it to me.
when I return,
Yeah, and she says, "Well, you can read it."
yeah.
About that.
Okay, has anyone ever returned from when they said they're going to return in the
Nope.
show? Okay.
Or at least when anyone says they're going to return, that someone in that relationship is dying. I wonder what's going to happen when Davos does come back, or when he finds out.
I was talking about this with someone, and we think that he's going to meet up with Brienne, and they're going to kill Stannis.
Oh, that would be sick. Because he'll definitely...
Because Brienne wants
He will leave Stannis.
Yeah, because Brienne wants to kill Stannis. That's like her stated goal. Like if she can't, that's her. Because like if she can't protect Sansa, she's like,
Right.
fuck it, I want to kill Stannis.
Oh my god, I love this.
Yeah,
Because we know that Brienne's going to be in the next episode.
yeah. But with Sansa, so it might be a while. It won't be this season if that happens.
Right, because she's headed to Winterfell.
And Davos is going to Castle Black, so he has to go from Castle Black.
Because he's
the
trying to get
camp,
supplies
yeah.
for...
So he'll go from Castle Black to the... So we'll go from the
Yep.
camp to Castle Black, back to the camp, find out shit went wrong. Maybe he meets up with him at Winterfell.
Yeah, probably that.
And then he'll find out then, meet up with Brienne then, and then they kill Stannis.
That would be sick. Do you think that would happen in the next episode?
No, that's next season.
Okay.
Yeah, because he just left. So
Yeah.
it'd be...
Yeah, it would take a while.
Well,
And we haven't said what happened yet, so should we just go
Yeah,
in this?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say this is...
Well, we still have some more. to
Okay.
cover. So Davos leaves. He really should have just taken her.
Yeah.
that's what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to sneak her out.
I thought he was gonna kidnap her. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
Um,
Abscond with her.
then
The good captain.
then Stannis comes in, and it took me a couple minutes to realize what was gonna happen.
I didn't know until it was happening. I was like,
Well, 'cause I-
What did
remember-
you see me though? When
I saw you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of what tipped me off, but I also remembered that it was a couple episodes ago that Melisandre suggested sacrificing. his
And
daughter.
then as soon as he walked in, I was like, oh shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no. Oh no.
Because he's desperate at this point. So he goes in and I don't know, they're talking. She wants to help him in any way that she can. Bad move. and he's like, well, there is a way that you can help me.
I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, and then he says he's sorry, and he says all of this things.
So those
about
were
how
his
a man-
last words to his daughter.
Well, no, he makes this like little speech about how a man has to make hard decisions in order to get what he wants. And so Melisandre takes her out, and she's confused, and
then she sees
the pyre.
And she knows what's gonna happen.
Yep, and
she starts yelling.
Her mom and dad are standing there. They're both supporting the decision until she's tied up, and I think the fire starts.
Yeah, and then the mom's just like...
Then the mom's like...
Yeah, Selyse is like...
No.
Whoa. Which was weird that it was her that...
Not Stannis.
Yeah, that was like, fuck.
Well, if you...
Or if...
I think Stannis might be going a little crazy.
Oh, he is.
At this point.
Yeah, they showed right when he turned around after... his daughter was dead.
No, I mean, he's been...
He just was like...
Oh, yeah.
No, he's been crazy this whole fucking show, guys.
He looked
like,
it, though.
He looks like he's going insane.
Like he hasn't
He
slept.
looks like he's going to die because he's just so...
But he's been this way all show.
Okay.
Because he's a religious fanatic.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Would you guys sacrifice your daughter?
But I think the fact that he's sacrificed his daughter at this point, like, he's probably scarred,
right?
Because he watched his daughter die. But also, I think that he's just kind of like
broken. I think he's fine. I don't think so. I don't think he's broken at all. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's all in on Rollar. He's all in now. Like, if anything, this is going to strengthen him. If anything,
yeah,
this is going to strengthen his faith.
I wouldn't do that.
If anything.
Okay.
It broke Selyse.
What if he...
Selyse is...
She was on the ground.
She's like, oh shit, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So she's done.
I think she might be next to be on fire.
Well, she doesn't have King's blood. That was the point. Is that she... Shireen
is the daughter.
Has King's blood.
There could be a blood transfusion going on. I don't know.
This isn't Bloodborne. You wouldn't get that.
No.
So it's worth pointing out that this scene was uncomfortably long.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted the duration of Shireen dying.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't cut away.
You didn't ever see... Unlike with Mance, you never saw her on fire, though.
Yeah.
No. I don't think they... Yeah. You can't show that.
You heard her screaming, and you could still visualize where the fire was as her screams got more intense.
Well,
and then she was calling out mother, father, and eventually she couldn't even say that. She could only scream.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just went out.
And then Stannis turned, and I was like, oh, jeez. I'm so hoping they don't zoom in on the fire. Like, I was already just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's all in now. We'll see.
There's no turning back now.
So, I don't know if I ever point this out to you guys. So, Melisandre, who's Red Priestess of Rollar, she's back in Stannis as the Lord of Light. Remember when Tyrion was in Volantis?
Yeah.
And he saw the other Red Priestess.
Yeah.
And she was like, Dany's the Lord of Light.
Okay.
What do you guys think of that? Of there being of the same religion being two different.
Well, is it so that's not an opinion? Sort of like the priest doesn't just decide who they want to believe in as the Lord? Or is it like a vision that
there's supposed to be only one Lord of Light. So to have to have different priestesses.
Okay, so let's take this to another question. Is Melisandre messing with everyone? Is she like making all of this up? Does she have an ulterior motive?
Oh, because
is she Littlefinger?
Well, but everything she's done has come true. Like everything she's done has worked.
Yeah.
But is she manipulating?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is she?
I don't think that she's really on Stannis' side.
Mm-mm.
I think she has an ulterior motive.
I think she's pushing Stannis as far as he can go, and she's like, "Oh shit!" Like, he just sacrificed his daughter, so.
But then why? Okay, then why do you think the other priestess was preaching for Dany? Say, just trying to fuck people, or like.
No. It's funny, I'm more inclined to believe the lady that we don't know anything about
Yes. Yeah.
than Melisandre.
Well, because we know so much about Melisandre right now.
Yeah.
So you all think this is a elaborate charade that she's playing?
I think so.
I think it's likely. I think if not, maybe one of them is mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, so you don't think that Melisandre actually believes?
She could, but she could be wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like,
oh, right.
Like,
okay.
What do you think of this one religion having different view? Like
being like every religion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of, but like with the seven, it's all one thing.
Right.
Like there's no interpretation.
Yes.
So the thing I don't get here is that the religion's god basically is a person.
No.
Okay.
No. Stannis is like Jesus.
Okay. That's the Lord of Light.
Lord of Light.
Okay.
Roland or
Okay.
Rolar is God.
is the god. Okay. All right. I see. So it could either be interpretation or personal opinion, or if it's like a vision that they get.
But then why would they have different visions?
Hang on.
Right.
But what if the other?
it's the same
what if
religion?
Melisandre is wanting to turn on get Stannis out of the picture? He's just slowly making him crazy.
So Dany can then.
Yeah. So then Dany can just swoop in, and he's just like,
Yeah,
but
kind of
if
what I
you
was
think
thinking.
like he could just be sitting on, just being like, fuck my life, just kill me.
Yeah, no, really, she could.
That's what
her goal,
when you were just saying it, I'm just like thinking of that right now.
I don't have an answer. I'm just like,
Yeah,
what
no.
do you
That's
think?
really
Yeah.
plausible. If she helps
Yeah.
Stannis become king, knowing that Dany is the Lord of Light, then when Dany comes over, she could just kill Stannis
Yep.
and be like, "All right,
Yep.
Dany, here you go."
Yeah.
That's
that-
really
yeah.
really
Something to think
plausible.
about. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen because Stannis is probably going to get killed at some point. But that could be
Yeah.
the motive.
Very
Speaking
plausible.
of Dany,
Yeah.
let's move on to Dany's story. It's one scene that we get.
Yeah.
It's the fighting pits. They're officially opening. The first contenders are a large.
Didn't they already have the fighting pit open?
No, that was a.
Tryouts.
It's like a soft opening. Yeah.
Oh, so
it's
tryouts.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the actual big arena.
Gotcha.
There's a big man with armor and a small man without armor, and they're gonna fight. And I guess they're Hisdar and
Dario.
Dario and Tyrion and Dany are all there.
And Missandei.
And
Oh yeah, I can't
What?
forget about her.
Missandei. And they're all talking about who's going to win the fight. And Tyrion's like, in my experience, the larger man usually wins. Right? That's what he said?
Well, because that's what happened to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing how many times he's slipped out of death's hands.
Yeah. And the large man does win this fight.
Yep.
Cuts the other dude's head off.
After Dario gives the whole big thing about how speed
Yes.
always win. Like, I was the fastest, so I was. And it's like,
Yep.
oh.
That was great. And then 6 more guys come out.
Yeah.
They're going to have a 6-way battle.
Yeah, let's see who all was there. So you had Jorah.
Yeah.
He's from Westeros.
Jorah the Explorer.
Goddamn Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Up top.
I tried saying that last podcast, but I was like, I'll save it for a...
Okay, so at a Westeros Unite, they had a
black guy.
fuck the fucking horse dudes.
Dothraki.
Dothraki, goddamn it.
I said Centaurs. for some
Dothraki
reason.
Screamer. They had a Bravosi Water Dancer. They had. I'm assuming he was from Norvos because he had the same axe as the guard for Dorne. The same spear kind of thing. And I don't know the other two.
Alright.
But they looked like. But one of them looked like he had Oriental looking armor, and that would mean he's from Ashai.
That special island.
Actually, it's a continent.
Continent.
It's actually, from what I think, it's on Essos. It's just one big ass continent, but there's these mountains, and no one knows how the fuck to get over them. So the only
Dragons.
the only way to get there is you have to sail the other way.
Huh.
Dun-dun-dun.
So no one knows what's up there.
People go there, but that's kind of like a rare. Oh my god, you went to a shy?
So is it... Oh, a shy's over the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it tradition for these big battles to have one person from different places? No, it just happened to be that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 people that start off, I guess just because it's easier, they all start off 2 by 2, but they're all in the same arena. And then it's like the 3 last guys, and Jorah almost dies, but then he doesn't. And then he kills the last dude and he wins. And he looks at Dany and he's like, "Love me." And then he throws a spear. And for a second I was like, "No." And then
Do you think he was throwing at Dany?
Yes.
Or his dar?
I don't know. I was just like, "No." I thought he was like going crazy or turning or like going kamikaze because he's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, he is.
But he was going for a Son of the Harpy because they planned like an ambush.
It was crazy how many were there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, they just multiplied. Like,
someone on Reddit posted a picture of all of the guys with the masks, and they're like, the bigger question here is who's making all these masks?
No, but you look at behind Dany, and there was no one. There were no Son of the Harpy.
And then all of a sudden they're just like,
hey.
what the fuck?
And they start killing people and crazy stuff and going after Dany, and they kill his dar.
Yeah.
Right after his dar was like, "Dany, let's go this way. I know a secret way out." And when he said that, I was like, he planned the whole thing.
Which he did in the book.
He did in the book,
So
but then they killed him.
Yeah, so this is weird. I can't remember, but I think Drogon kills him in the book. Or maybe someone else does. But it's not the Harpies that kill him.
Right. So
Well, he got fucked up.
maybe that's significant that they changed that in the show. Maybe they want it to be someone else that planned it, or maybe it just doesn't even
Well,
matter.
yeah, I mean, obviously there's someone leading these guys.
Okay.
And we all were led to believe it was Hizadar, but now it's someone else. And now it's going to be like, who's the leader of the Harpies now? I think that'll be the crux of season 6. Like,
Barristan.
he's dead.
That's what they want you to think.
It's Tyrion.
Yeah, it's Tyrion.
Why not?
So this was kind of a scary scene because I didn't know who was gonna die.
Yeah. Tyrion almost died again.
Yeah, Tyrion's almost dies, but he also kills a guy, right?
He's killed a lot of guys.
He has. Like,
Like-
his body count is like it's getting up there.
It's surprisingly high.
Yeah.
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 Like, he killed his dad on the shitter.
He killed his
That
dad.
is-
He killed Shay with a necklace.
Oh, yeah. He basically...
He killed a dude with a shield. Remember that in season 1?
Yeah.
Just like pounding. He's just like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He kind of looked like he was hanging from a basketball hoop when he was...
Yeah, he was like...
Jordan!
Yeah.
I guess he has had to learn how to defend himself as a little guy.
Yes.
See, size doesn't matter. Not in this show. Because the imp has been killing people.
Imp is the pimp. Yeah.
Yes. You can't spell pimp without imp.
All right.
And then he saves Missandei, who almost died.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dario. He's got 2 A's, so it's Dario. Fuck.
Dario dies.
Dario Naharis.
So they start moving. The Unsullied are just like...
Well, they're not made for close quarter combat.
Okay.
They're made to be out in battle. Right. They're not made for arena security.
Another post I saw on Reddit...
Because they have fucking spears. Like, they can't rock swords. They didn't get sword trained in
And
close
whatever
combat.
happened to that guy?
Grey Room, he's still in the mend.
Yeah.
He's on the DL.
Another...
He's watching that on TV. He's just like, oh, I want to be there.
He's day to day.
Yeah.
Another post that I saw on Reddit was a picture of some artwork of the Unsullied, and it was like the Unsullied in the books, and they looked like all badass and awesome.
Yeah.
And then the Unsullied in the show, and it was a picture of stormtroopers.
Basically, at this point.
Yeah, because they just like die, and it doesn't seem like they're that great because they're supposed to be amazing.
During this,
but I guess
in battle they are, but in skirmish guerrilla warfare, they're not that
during
good.
During this little battle, they there were so many times where Dany could have died and everything. Yeah. Well, because when the dragon comes in, they're all just like.
Okay, before that even, when they're in the circle there, and they do the fucking... rush them!
They attack one by one. I'm like...
I know. So yeah, Dany and everyone
like Henchman 101.
They're moving out, and then the harpies
whoever the leader is a fucking moron. No, guys, what I want you to do is go one by one. But sir, if we rush, we'll kill them all. No. No,
I want to do it my way.
I want all of you to die. So one by one. That's what I want.
Yeah.
See, now I want to know who the leader is. Yeah, so that way I can be like, you're
dude, I want to, I really want to know, because this is pissing me off that it's not his daughter. Because, God damn it. I want to know. Like, is it someone we know? Is it someone we don't know
how to kill people, and you know to rush somebody. Like, honestly, you have that many people. They should have jumped over. Dany could have been dead if 5 of them had rushed instead of that one. That's
true. But Dany can't die, so that's why they didn't do it. And then Drogon comes in. So they're in that situation in the middle where they're pretty much screwed for a while. Like, it was like, I don't know, maybe a minute of the show that they were like that, and we were like, how are they going to get out of this? And I think Mike and I were both like, well, the only way they can get out of it is if the dragon shows up. And then Drogon shows up.
And Leo and Chad are just like, they're like, wait for it.
Like I'm sitting next to Leo, and like I put my hand out, like we dap because we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then Drogon comes in and starts killing guys with his fire breath.
But again,
it's really cool.
Yeah, like, but again, when the Sons of Harpy are just like, they're like, oh god, a dragon. Not one of them was thinking, hey. Now's a good time because everyone's looking at the fucking dragon.
Right.
I'm like,
well, if you fucking saw a goddamn dragon,
well, yeah, if I saw a dragon, but if I knew the mission, I'd be like, well,
dude,
I'd be looking at the dragon.
I can look at it, dude. I can look at the dragon and still start shanking people.
You're fucking lying.
No.
You say that now.
But if you saw a dragon,
put me in that position. Put me in. I will prove everyone wrong.
Guarantee you're going to be staring at the goddamn dragon. Like, you can't tell me you're not going to look at a fucking dragon.
I'll look at the fucking dragon, but at the same time, I know a mission.
Mike, you're lying to yourself.
No.
Which is worse than lying to me.
I'd feel up Dany, then I'd kill whoever had to, and then I'd look at the dragon.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. So
there's a process.
I was afraid that Drogon was actually going to die because he was getting speared a lot.
How many? He had about 10 in him. 4 or 5 in his neck.
I think he had 2 or 3.
And I was actually surprised at how much that actually hurt him because I would think that he would be a little more tough, but I guess he's young.
Yeah, he's only like a couple of years. He's like maybe 2 years old.
How long do dragons live for?
70, 80 years, maybe longer.
Okay.
And then as they got less and less, as they got less and less powerful.
Okay.
Like after the Dance of Dragons, like that was it for the dragons. That was like so many dragons died, and yeah. So.
Okay. So, Dany walks up to Drogon, pulls a spear out of his neck, and he roars in her face.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary. I'm always afraid that dragons are just going to kill her.
Yeah. Lock us in the bitch.
And she gets on Drogon, and Drogon flies away.
Dany used fly.
Yes, Dany used fly. And then the episode ends with Tyrion and everyone, like a close-up on them, looking at Dany flying away, and they're all in awe. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
She's just going to leave everyone? But as Chad pointed out earlier, she can't control it.
Not yet. She hasn't practiced dragon riding yet. That's the first time she's ridden one of them.
Yeah. So, like, it's cool that she got away, but what happens to Tyrion and everyone who's now surrounded by the Harpy?
Well,
I guess they don't care.
A lot of because their target's gone.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna waste more lives going after Dario and Jorah, who's just gonna kill him. No,
right.
They're gonna
run away. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking up Dragon Ages.
200 years? Okay.
200 years was
Balerion? Wow,
Yeah.
200 years.
That's the giant one.
That was the
Yeah.
one that conquered Westeros, yeah.
So that's the episode. It was a pretty awesome ending. Not a big, giant battle episode like all the other 9s. Most of the other
Did
9s.
not have a battle of season 1?
Season 1,
That's where
no,
Ned
but that's
died.
just Ned dying, I think.
Which set the tone for the whole series.
Yeah. But yeah, season 2, 9 is a battle. Season 3, 9 is a
Red
bloodbath. And season 4, 9 is a battle.
Yeah.
So they broke the trend, but oh well. So the next episode, oh god, what is it titled?
That's funny. The dragons in the TV series are CGI creations. Oh, good. I thought they were real. It is
Mother's Mercy.
Mother's Mercy, yes.
Now, what does that mean? What mothers do we know?
Dany. Cersei.
Cersei. Arya, I guess, is a mom.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, Stannis' wife, but not so much anymore, I guess.
Ooh.
Too soon?
Oh.
Gilly.
Yeah.
But it's probably Dany.
Is it Dany or Cersei?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What it is it's the 7, one of the gods is the mother.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Oh. Cersei's going to strip, and she's going to be shown mercy.
Boobs.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good episode.
Now, do we
Season
think...
finale.
Do we think... I'm thinking the mountain shows up.
Yes.
This is the time.
Yes, it has to happen because they've been teasing it all season.
I think that's what's...
It's going to end.
I think it might even end the show of the not the show, but like the episode.
How long is this episode?
It's an hour.
Because every other episode's like 50 minutes, right?
Well,
it's not.
maybe it might be long. We don't know. I think it might end the episode where, like throughout the episode, we'll get to the point where like she has the trial and all that, and then like I want my champion, blah blah blah, and then it's like here's my champion, Frankenmountain, and that's it.
Now, do we think he's going to look like Frankenstein?
If they stay to the books, he's going to just be all in armor. You can't see him.
Oh, okay. So, oh, man. Well, he's already beaten a 1,000-year-old Icelandic record, so let's see what else he can do.
He's the modern-day Viking. He's awesome. Does my people proud.
All right. That's all we got, I think.
Yep.
Next week, season finale. Very exciting. Also, Silicon Valley season finale.
Yeah.
And the Bethesda conference.
Oh, shit. That's a big day.
When is that on?
That's 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we'll definitely do some coverage on that, too.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at media_maniacs. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at B_real11, the number not spelled out.
And I am at Cadillac508, the number not spelled out.
And I'm at Mike_97219, and of course that's the number not spelled out.
We should make a new show just called The Number Not Spelled Out. Facebook.com/MediaManiacsLP. And you're probably already on our YouTube page, so subscribe to that and like this video and leave a comment about whatever. Tell us about your dog.
What you want to hear about and what you want us to do.
Yeah.
We're thinking of doing a True Detective.
Yes.
If Brendan watches... Well, he doesn't... Actually, don't even have to watch season 1. You can just watch season 2.
That's true, but I still want to watch season 1.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
You think you don't reference at all season 1?
No.
Okay.
It's different storylines.
All right.
Different time period, different everything.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, well, in case you're not watching this on YouTube, because like I said, it could be the future and this could be on iTunes, youtube.com/MediaManiacs?
Yeah.
LP?
No, just Media Maniacs.
Yeah. We didn't put LP in that.
But if it doesn't work, just Google Media Maniacs. It should work.
Yeah.
Check out our other stuff.
Yes.
That's it.
Send the Ravens.
Send the Ravens. Thanks for listening.
Bye.